race bike, so my Suzuki TL 1000R. As you see now, I think it was the second to last meeting of 23. We were having an issue in qualifying, it wasn't running right, it wasn't happy, it was actually slowing down. I think it was the second round in qualifying, or third round, where it kind of took its last breath and going through the gears, got it into third, and it just died. We thought we knew what was wrong with it. Obviously we didn't know at the track, we didn't take it to bits or anything like that, but we thought it had broke the crank. So the engine that's in the bike is actually built, I think about 10 years ago or 11 years ago, for the previous owner of the bike. He ran it in a street tyre bike, I think it was in 950, so it was running kind of similar times that it is now. It's got slicker bars, so they were running gas through it, a bit of nitrous, so it's had a hard life before that. John ran it for a good few years, did quite well on it. My dad bought the bike and put it back to road trim, stock length and stock height, and used it on the road quite a bit. I was racing the TL at the time. It had a different engine in it, I think it was just a stock 1000. At one of the meetings we broke a chain and we were fighting for the championship, and when the chain came off it did damage the cases, so we needed a new engine in it. So we thought, well, for the last meeting we'll use the engine out of Dad's road bike and then we'll get one sorted over winter, and obviously that never happened. So we've still got John's X bike that's in the garage, just sat with no engine in it. So the engine's done a lot of work, we know that. We thought we knew what had happened with it at the track, we thought it broke the crank. We weren't majorly upset because it's not really a surprise after that amount of time and that amount of runs, and it's had a hard life with nitrous, and then it's had a hard life with 11,000 RPM launchers with us, so it's done well. But they are quite notorious for, if you go near the limiter you can damage stuff. Obviously we do that every single pass, so it's to be expected a little bit. Took the engine out of the bike, I took it to work just to take it to bits and have a look what had happened, because we were quite interested and intrigued as to what had gone on. We thought we broke the crank in half, and there we have half of my crank. So we were right, it had obviously fractured at some point, and it just got worse and worse. So I've only got half of it, the other half is about 100 miles the other way now, because that sat on the shelf at work as a bit of an ornament. So I'm just taking that to show Sam. So we're heading down to Sam Matthewman's, and if you're in the TL world, Sam's like the god of the engines. That's what he does, he builds them. It's one of his big bore kits he's got on it now, the 1040 kit. He built it for John originally. So we're going to take it back to Sam, give him the bits. We've not got a lot of time now before the season starts, and get him to, I'm not sure yet, put it back together or step it up a little bit, but we'll see what happens when we get there. So like I say, we are running out of time. So yeah, we've got about an hour left to go, so hopefully the M1's alright with traffic and stuff, and see what happens when we get to Milton Keynes. So you've seen we stripped the bike. Engine is currently away, getting put back together. Actually going to go pick it up tomorrow. So this is where we're at with the bike. Not a lot left of it at the minute. So we've stripped it, modified the seat rails. We're going to fit a different bodywork to it. Frame and wheels are going for powder coat next week. Bodywork we're going to be fitting is here. So it's the same shape as the last one. I think the previous body was kind of made to copy this shape. It's just a bit nicer. This is a one piece rather than a three piece, and it just made the bike look a lot tidier, I think. We've got that fitted up. Like I said, we've moved the seat rails on the bike to where they need to be for this body, and tomorrow we're going to go and pick up the engine. So the engine's rebuilt, it's back together, it's all good. It's had some new bits in it, not a lot really, considering what happened to it. So we're going to go up, also going to take these bits. So the wiring is just a stock loom that's had bits modified and bits added in and taken out, and over the years we've raced it. Sam's going to go through that for us, take everything out that we don't need, do a couple of repairs, so that'll be nice and fresh as well, because the wiring has been, we've had a few issues with the wiring recently, so do want to get that sorted. Generator, ours is knackered, because when the end of the crank came off it battered all the inside of the windings, so I'm taking that to replace it. So I've just looked at the calendar, we haven't got a lot of time before first round, and 5 weeks today we will be at the track. Hopefully we'll have done the test day, which would have been yesterday, and we'll be getting ready for qualifying. So it's a little bit scary, but we've never not made one before, so we'll be fine, I'm sure. Once we get the engine back and this back next week, we start putting it back together, so that'll be nice. See what happens on the way.